Amid a rapidly deteriorating global security landscape, France has undertaken a sweeping overhaul of its national defense strategy, unveiling a reinforced military posture in the latest National Strategic Review, (RNS), released on July 14, 2025. This updated roadmap, published by the General Secretariat for Defense and National Security, SGDSN, coincides with President Emmanuel Macron's declaration of a significant increase in military spending, a response to the mounting specter of large-scale warfare on European soil. The new RNS reflects a hard-nosed assessment of the global threat matrix, citing escalating aggression from Russia, rising instability in the Middle East, growing military assertiveness from China, and an unrelenting barrage of cyber, hybrid, and information warfare tactics. In stark terms, the document asserts that Russia now represents the most direct and dangerous challenge to French and European security interests. Russian military reconstitution efforts are described as aggressive and ambitious. Moscow is working to add 300,000 troops, boost its tank fleet to 3,000 units, and expand its combat air force with 300 new aircraft by 2030. Moreover, its revised nuclear doctrine and explicit warnings aimed at Europe have placed French and Allied policymakers on high alert. In response, Macron has committed to a defense budget surge, an extra €6.5 billion over projections in the 2024 to 2030 military programming law, lifting France's military expenditure to €64 billion by 2027. The ultimate goal, reaching 3.5% of GDP in defense spending by 2035, aligning France with commitments made at the NATO summit in The Hague. France's defense posture for 2030 is designed around one central premise: be fully capable, both physically and psychologically, of confronting and winning a high-intensity conflict on the European continent. Nuclear deterrence remains the bedrock of this strategy, with modernization underway across both sea-based and airborne components. Key projects include the ASN-4G air-launched missile and a new class of nuclear ballistic submarines. But conventional capabilities are receiving a dramatic upgrade as well. Planned investments cover a wide array of critical technologies: missile and air defense systems, long-range strike weapons, counter-drone systems, electromagnetic spectrum dominance, and advanced drone warfare platforms. Enhancing command capabilities for ground forces and coalition environments is also a core objective, along with space-based assets, particularly satellite networks for reconnaissance and secure communications. France is also reorienting its defense industrial apparatus for wartime footing. This includes ramping up production speed, bolstering supply chain durability, and diversifying access to critical components. A larger and more agile defense industrial base will be developed to meet the logistical demands of sustained high-intensity operations. National preparedness extends beyond hardware. The state is pursuing what it calls a moral rearmament, a broad cultural shift to foster civic resilience and national unity. Territorial defense structures will be modernized, the National Guard enhanced, and a civic training program introduced to instill readiness and engagement among the youth. Simultaneously, the government is escalating its battle against foreign information warfare, with a specific focus on countering Russian influence operations that exploit social media to fracture public cohesion. Lastly, France remains committed to bolstering Europe's collective security framework. Macron reaffirmed that French vital interests now intersect with those of Europe as a whole, emphasizing the need for a more robust European presence within NATO and deeper continental defense integration. Strategic consultations will be intensified with EU partners regarding the function of France's nuclear umbrella in safeguarding the continent. The 2025 RNS is not a bureaucratic update, it is a stark pivot to a wartime mindset. France is recalibrating for an era defined by re-emergent threats, great power confrontation, and the disintegration of international norms that once maintained peace. As the clock ticks toward 2030, the message is clear: France intends to be ready.